So for the past I want to say a little over 12 months. It's been about a year, a little over a year. I've been posting videos on YouTube. If you go on my page, you'll see I have different videos on different topics, different video styles. But today I want to talk about some of the benefits that I've personally gained or I've seen from posting content. Maybe this will inspire someone to start posting content, or it'll inspire someone who already is posting content to keep going. So the number one thing I want to talk about is something called exposure therapy. So I haven't seen too many people talk about this online, but there is one person who actually introduced the idea to me. But basically, exposure therapy is what it sounds like. It's exposing you to something that you may be fearful of, and because of the exposure, you will no longer have that fear. So if you're somebody that's struggling with anxiety, whether that's when you're in the house alone, or you have social anxiety when you get around people, you're afraid of rejection, you're a perfectionist, you really care about the opinions of others, how people feel about you, how people view you, posting content gives you exposure therapy to that. Because number one, you're recording yourself, and when you go back and you start to edit the videos, you begin to see yourself in the way that other people see you. Yes, you got to think about it. Most of the time you only see pictures of yourself. So recording yourself speaking, you'll actually be able to see basically how you interact with other people. Once again, you'll be able to see your mannerisms, you'll be able to see the way you pronounce certain words, you'll be able to see your speech patterns. So number one, it exposes you to it, so you begin to see, oh shit, I'm normal. Like you probably have a lot of scenarios going on in your head if you struggle with social anxiety. So you realize a lot of the things that you're thinking when you're interacting with people, number one, it's not that crazy. You're a human being. Everyone has their own quirks and their own mannerisms. And number two, you realize nobody really cares. People care much more about themselves than they do care about you. Not only that, but you also get the opportunity, if you watch yourself and you do realize there's something that you need to work on, or there's something about yourself that you truly do not like and you want to change, now that you're actually aware of it, you can now make that change. So exposure therapy is one of the main ways that posting on YouTube will change your life. You'll realize that there's a lot of people out there that agree with you and like what you're saying and like who you are as a person, but there's also a lot of people who don't like who you are, don't like what you're saying, and don't like who you are as a person. So now the second way that posting on YouTube will change your life, or that has changed my life, is it fulfills your desire to create. So ever since I was a kid, when I really look at it, I've always had a creative mind. I've always wanted to, whether it was use my hands or my mind to build something, I've always wanted to bring the ideas that I have in my mind into life. And for a long time, I did that through sports. Sports was an outlet for me for a very long time. And if you're actually an athlete, you realize that it's an art. Yes, it's physical, but playing sports is definitely an art, and it does give you a chance. It does give you a chance to create and express that creative energy that you have. I don't want to say balled up, but yeah, that you have balled up inside of you and that you want to release to the world. Pause. But yeah, it fulfills your desire to create, which is, I would say, the most important desire for humans. Most definitely, I would say for women too, but definitely for men. Like, you'll realize there's a lot of times that, yes, all right, I don't get quote unquote as many views or as many interactions as I may feel like I deserve or feel like I should be getting. But just even looking back on, I don't even really watch my videos, but just looking back on my catalog is like, wow, I really did that. And it, like I said, it fulfills that desire to create. And along with that, it fulfills the desire to help other people. The type of content that I make, I try to do a mix, but the content that I'm putting out is designed to help people. It's designed to help people. That's why I put the content on. That's the number one reason why I put the content on, because I want to have a positive impact on the world. I want to have a positive impact on people. So it fulfills the desire to help other people. And I actually talked about this in probably one of my first videos, just basically the different levels of consciousness and different state of beings and basically state of minds that you want to be in, and being of service. That was I was saying that for a very long time. You want to be of service and you want to create, brother. Doing this YouTube shit fulfills that. Yes, a lot of people get on YouTube because there is a big money play involved when it comes to posting content online, but for the most part, a lot of people, in order to make it in this shit, for real, the people that really make it, they love it. They love the process. They get fulfillment out of, and they get benefits out of just creating the content. A lot of these dudes, y'all think it's overnight successes. No, they've been creating content for a while. They may have created different channels, but there's a true fulfillment that comes out of, and a true satisfaction that comes out of creating content. And the only way that you can really understand and feel what I'm saying is by posting the content. You just have to put it out, brother. Even for my sisters, the beautiful queens out there, I know some of y'all tap in. If you're watching this, put the content out. Put the content out. It's simple. It's not hard. I promise you. You don't have to have the most fanciest setup. You don't have to have the fanciest script. Like, brother, for the most part, yes, there are videos that I've scripted, but even in those videos, I go on tangents and start going off the cuff. But for the most part, especially most of the recent videos, I've just had bullet points and then I go off the cuff. So just make the content. And another thing that it does is it allows you to document your journey and see your growth, see the progression that you make in life, whether that's the actual tangible things. It allows you to, like, I look at myself, like, sometimes this is something small that people probably don't even mention, people probably don't even care about, but I look at older videos of myself and I'm like, wow, I look a little different. Or I'm watching videos and I realize, oh, I believe something then that I still believe, or I believe something then that I don't believe now, or I didn't believe something then that I do believe now. So it just gives you a chance to reflect. And it's just interesting, man. It's interesting. Like, you get into this, obviously, like I say, wanting to make the money. I'm not really in it for the fame. I'm not worried about going viral. I just want to touch the people that I'm supposed to touch. And eventually with a small audience, you'll be able to build income as well. But yeah, it allows you to document the journey and see your growth, which is something that's a beautiful thing. You got to think about it. I'll be able to look back on these videos years from now and be like, wow. I'll have kids and I'll be able to show them these videos like, yo, this is how your pops was moving, or this how your pops was thinking. And it's interesting, man. It's interesting. And then the last thing is it generates money. So I'm not rich off YouTube. YouTube is not paying my bills right now. However, because I've been posting content, I have been able to generate a couple of dollars online. So that's the last point. That's the last way that it'll change your life, is it gives you another opportunity to generate money. I was always in the entrepreneurial mindset. But that's another thing is, loud ass car. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But yeah, so it allows you to generate money. I've done many different I've taken many different entrepreneurial routes. I was wholesaling real estate at one point. I did that for about, I want to say, a little over 2 years. Did sales, sold a couple of different things. So business isn't new to me, but this online money stuff is new to me. I mean, I was on the consumption side. I've purchased many products. I've always watched YouTube videos. I try to make YouTube videos that I would watch personally. But yeah, man, we'll see where we're able to take this thing, man. That one was a bike. That was actually a pretty tough bike, but yeah, man, like I said, that's my take on it. Posting for 12 months on YouTube will change your life, brother. Post the content. Post the content. And the thing is, all right, I'm not making millions of dollars off of this YouTube shit. I don't have millions of views, but I have 12 months of experience in this. I have a catalog, and that's another thing that I want to talk about. And this is the approach that I'm taking with this YouTube shit. I'm looking at it as if I'm an underground rapper. My favorite rappers right now that I listen to a lot are Larry June, Currency, and Payroll Giovanni. If you know, you know. These are underground rappers. Larry June getting a little more mainstream right now, but these are all businessmen at first. And then even if you look at Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, 38 Special, if you look at artists like that, yes, they are super talented with the music and with the craft and with the product that they're putting out to the masses, but they are business people. They are businessmen. With a small audience compared to mainstream rappers, they're able to run up a bag. A lot of them is richer than your favorite rappers, for real. So I'm taking that route. I'm building up my catalog of authentic content. It doesn't have to be perfect. The bars don't gotta be perfect. The production don't gotta be perfect. The beats don't gotta be perfect. But what I will do is put out authentic content, and it will be consistent. So we'll see. Maybe in the next 12 months, I'll make another YouTube video on how posting YouTube videos for 24 months, for 2 years, will change your life. Because I'm pretty sure if I keep this up in the next 12 months, life will look a lot different. So it's getting dark out, guys. So I'm going to end the video here, but all of the resources I have are available down below. My ebook, Renew Your Mind, Reprogram Your Reality, will be down in the link below. My Instagram is down there. If you want to hit me up, if you have any questions, you can. And then I also do have something called the capacity assessment down below. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. But I'll see you guys in the next video.